A new Apex Legends event has been announced, and you can score a sweet sidearm right now in Destiny 2. All that and more, my name is Ethos, and this is Free to Play Weekly. First off in the news this week, Apex Legends is bringing the 20s in with a bang, kicking it off with a rather refined event, with Art Deco inspired cosmetics and outfits. The event will run from January the 14th to January the 28th and will feature 7 limited time modes, a new one every 2 days. Some of the modes are ones players have encountered already, while others are completely brand new. Players will need to complete challenges in these modes in order to earn points, which can later be used to pick up rewards. Each mode offering 3 challenges worth 1,000 points altogether. The good news is players don't have to be in-game every day to earn the full amount of points, although there is a special badge you will earn for it. Last week we talked a little bit about the announcement of Magic Legends, and now we have some more information about the game. So last week there was actually a brand new gameplay trailer and information on Worlds, and now there's also been a video detailing the Mind Mage class, thanks once again to the people over at Game Informer. In the most recent episode of New Gameplay Today, some of the Magic Legends team joined the cast to talk about the class and offer a peek into the Ordeal, which is apparently a smaller chunk of gameplay content found by beating the tar out of some NPCs and completing general objectives. Destiny 2's got a quest that's so easy it doesn't even require you to kill anything. Instead, you just run along an empty map for a while and listen to NPCs banter. Oh, and Lord Shaxx actually sings. Well, that's not entirely true, but it's pretty close. See, it looks like you'll need to complete 1 round of the Sundial, the new seasonal event, and there will be some shooting in that. And after you're done with that, however, you can report back to Saint 14, who then tasks you with running around a Crucible map, but there are no enemies there, just that you have to collect 10 time lost fragments from corpses. Complete that and you'll be rewarded with the Devil's Ruin, an exotic sidearm that shoots lasers, potentially even blowing off the entire magazine at once for maximum damage. And that's a pretty nice reward, but even nicer is the conversation that goes on in between Lord Shaxx, Saint 14, and Osiris. And at one point, Saint asks Shaxx about a weapon he hands out to the Guardians in a Crucible, before the Arbiter of the Crucible breaks into song. Who says you can't teach an old Titan new lyrics? And speaking about Destiny 2, while there's been a new weapon, it seems like players are raising questions about the current selection of microtransactions. It seems like recently, Destiny 2 players have been put a little bit off about the new store items that have been added to the Eververse, or rather the ratio of microtransaction items versus rewards. According to a post on Reddit, players can only earn 2 new items by playing the game, the SMG and the Applying Dash Sparrow. However, over 20 items are apparently available for purchase on the store. The post goes on to note that while the items can be purchased with Bright Dust, which is earned in-game, the amount of time it would take to earn that dust is more than they feel worth putting in. Now, based on this thread, it seems like other players feel the same way about this new system, but there are some who disagree. Some have added to the list of complaints the fact that the 2 items that do drop in-game have rather low drop rates. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Bungie listens to these complaints or simply ignores them, moving on into the next month. And finally, another year passes and it's time again to look back at the top sellers of Steam. Sellers is a nebulous moniker since many games are listed as free to play, and Valve even clarifies what its 2019 list means. The top 100 games as measured by gross revenue this year, but I suppose that top 100 gross revenue getters wouldn't be quite as catchy. As is the case every year, like in 2018, 2017, and 2016, they take a look at how stacked the top 100 is with free-to-play titles. As usual, the games were split into 4 categories: Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze. And just some of the highlights: Platinum is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Destiny 2 and Warframe, and Dota 2. Gold is Path of Exile, Silver is War Thunder and Team Fortress 2, and Bronze is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, Crusader Kings 2, World of Warships, Paladins, and Smite. And what dropped off of the list is Bless Online. Now, the interesting thing about this list and the reason we're bringing it up is exactly 0 games out and out have changed their overall ranks, with new to Steam game Destiny 2 making its debut near the top of the chart. Curiously, despite being out for 2 years and experiencing a slight downturn throughout the year in terms of player count, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links makes the top 100 for the first time. Over on the highest peak simultaneous players list, we find Dota Underlords, which has no monetization to speak of and wouldn't have ever made any revenue-based lists. In fact, Exactly half of the top 12 games, all with 100,000 or more players at one point, are all free-to-play titles, which is kind of the point of being free-to-play, to bring in bodies. Now, with so little movement, does this mean that the free-to-play market has stagnated? Now, to some extent, maybe, though this list obviously doesn't account for non-Steam free-to-play games that came out in 2019, like the infamous Apex Legends. So you never know when the next big thing could be around the corner, but it's probably not wise to wait on its arrival either. And that moves us to the question of the week. Since Steam has listed the top games of 2019, let me know what was your favorite free-to-play game last year, and also what was your least favorite free-to-play game last year. Let me know both in the comments section below. And that's it for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out MMOBomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name is Ethos, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, everyone.